Alright, hey, welcome back. It's Brandon here with Making Traditional. Thought I'd do a quick updated walkthrough of this 8x8 garden shed turned chicken coop. So we got this 8x8 garden shed on Craigslist. They had it listed for a couple $100, and when we went and got there, it took a few hours to get it onto our trailer, and the people who were buying it from felt really bad for us, so they said go ahead and take it for free. So it was a win-win for us and a win-win for them because they needed it out of their yard. All right, let's go inside and take a look. So just inside here, I think you guys probably saw in my last video our nesting boxes we built. So we'll kind of go in here and kind of do a play-by-play and step-by-step on what we've got going on, the size that we used, and kind of the reason behind all the things we did. So we've got 3 small boys, and we love to send them down here to get the eggs. So we went ahead and built them a bench, which makes it really easy for them to get up and open up the nesting boxes here. Alright, another cool feature about this bench, I'll get down here and show you, is I can fit a full bale of straw or hay in here. So we line the nesting boxes with straw or hay. The chickens seem to like it, and it keeps them warm when it's cold out. So we've got 4 nesting boxes, which work really, really well. We have currently 6 chickens, but we built kind of the size of this coop to have up to 12. So we hopefully will be getting a few more this spring. This feeder tube that we did actually works really, really well. It's some 6-inch stovepipe with a stovepipe cap, and I've got it offset to go down inside of the coop, and when we go around to the inside I'll show you. But it worked really, really well. We keep our food in a galvanized tub here, so we can just actually use the lid for a scoop. And that allows it to drop down into the feeder. Alright, let's come around to this side. So the other end of that feeder, so I've got 2 6-inch 90s and a straight section of stovepipe here. At the bottom I bought a chimney topper, and that works really, really good to distribute the food. All the chickens can kind of line up around the feeder, and it's worked really, really well for us, and it wasn't super expensive. I wanted something that wasn't plastic because I didn't want to worry about it breaking over time, and I was at the hardware store and thought, hey, this will work great. Inside the coop, we divided this 8x8 shed into 2 pieces. So we have a 4-foot by 8-foot section inside here for the actual coop itself. So we'll come in here, I'll show you the nesting boxes. So these are 12-inch by roughly 10-inch tall nesting boxes. I had a much taller nesting box before, but we found that the chickens liked to actually sleep in there at night, and then they would get a lot of poop, and so every time we would get eggs, we would literally have to clean out the nesting boxes. So I made the nesting box slightly smaller, and that seemed to help a lot. They only go in there to lay eggs, and then we have all these other roosts around the coop, which really help. All right, some improvements to the yard. So up on top here, I actually put some more metal roofing. Originally when we built this, it was just wide open and there was a lot of mud, and the chickens probably don't care, but it made shoveling it out a lot of work. So another improvement we made was the bird netting on the roof. We actually lost 3 of our pullets when we first got our chickens to an owl, which was a big bummer. So we've kind of learned the hard way that you have to have a roof on your chicken coop. But this yard is 8 foot by 8 foot. We have a little small door that they can come out of the coop here. And I actually have an insert that I can put in this hole, which if I don't want them coming outside or if it's cold in the winter, I can actually block that door to keep them warm. Another good tip is to line your outside pen with straw or hay. So when it does come time for me to scoop out all the chicken manure that's in here, having it on top or kind of mixed in with the straw makes it a lot easier to shovel, and then we actually just scoop it out and we put it into our compost bin. Chickens love to roost, so outside found some branches just walking around the property, and we've got some places that the chickens just kind of like to hang out and sit up on. So we have our watering can here. This is just, it's a 3-gallon chicken watering can, and we've actually got it up on another galvanized tub, and we found that when this gets really muddy out here, and if this was sitting on the ground, it would just get filthy, it would get full of straw. So we went ahead and lifted it up off the ground a few inches, and that solved a lot of issue. All right, there's the walkthrough of our 8x8 garden shed turned chicken coop. I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you on the next one.